Hey guys, how are you doing? It's DJ Gur, back with DJ Gur's Reviews. I have another interesting review to do for Vipster Vapes. The guys that brought you the Good Build box, they now have their own custom edition Freak Show. It's a Zombie Mini. Okay, now on their site, these do go for about $34.99. That's before tax, obviously. It does have the where is it? The regular 510. It is at 22 millimeters wide, and it's about 31 millimeters high. The top cap, the drip tip, top cap, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if it actually comes off. I haven't been able to get mine off, but there it is actually an authentic, made from Freak Show and everything like that. Comes in a nice little tin. It's my first with tofu authentic, actually. Once you actually get down in here, on the very bottom, with your little blue Allen wrench screwdriver, your extra O-rings, and your Allen wrench screws if you lose them. So, yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Freak Show, but for this mini, it actually looks kind of nice. It is 304 stainless steel. I have number 16, and I'm not sure how many they made. I think they made 100. No, it was a limited edition, but I'm gonna pop that out real quick. It does have the standard juice wells and everything, the bottom airflow, but it is very nice deep wells. I do have another Freak Show here. You can see the difference by posts and everything. This is just a regular V2, I think it is, Freak Show, and then this is the mini, authentic Watovo. So, I mean, everything looks about right, except for the wells look a little bit deeper in the mini. Kind of ironic, actually. So, going ahead, I'm going to put a quick build on this and juice her up for you. See how you guys like it. I am going to actually be using the Good Build kit. Did finally figure out how to use their coil jig. Never used one before, so now I can use their little wonderful coil jig. I will be using 22 gauge Kenthal. Now I am using my A-Mod Authentic Simple from Anarchy Mods. If anyone has never used a coil jig before, it's kind of easy. I felt kind of stupid after I didn't look at it. There's the Kenthal under here, tighten it down so it won't slide out. You pick your size, diameter of what you're going to be using in order to, well, for your wraps and everything. I do use my precision screwdrivers just to help center my posts and everything. So I want to make sure I have the right size. Sorry. Yep. Okay, so I'm using a the 0.3 millimeter diameter. Okay. And just like I normally recommend a coil, I'm going to do 5 wraps. 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. Alright. Now, while it is still on there, you can pull them tight, which is nice. So, then whenever you're ready to take it off, there you go. Got yourself a nice little perfect coil. You just want to make sure it's a little tighter. You can always put it on your screwdriver, pull it tight. Nice little Vipster Vapes wire cutters. Things seem to never go dull. One thing you always want to check, make sure your center post is tight. You don't want it sitting there spinning on you, none of that. Especially using a hybrid, you always want to make sure you have perfect connection at all times. You know, vape safety and all. Get my little screwdriver out of here. Now with this, I will warn you, just by looking at it, I do have my Derringer, my authentic Derringer here. If you look, it's going to be hard on the camera, but you see how it's nice and square inside there where the, the post holes are. They're going to be really sharp, so you do have to be careful with some of the smaller gauge Kenthal when you put it in here, for the simple fact that it'll snap right off when you go to center your coils, but normally you don't have an issue. I mean, I'm using 22 now, so let's just hope that it goes in nice and smooth and doesn't give me any issues. Alright, we have her nice and posted there. Tighten the negative side up. Nice and tight. Come on out of there. Now, for me, on a 3 post, I always just move the positive post leg over to the side a little bit, so it kind of holds into place when you take out your screwdriver. And then I'm gonna make my other coil real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice and tight. Put it on your screwdriver. Pull tight. Pull tight. Clip. And again, people, be very careful when you clip these legs off on your coils. It is sharp. You don't want to stab yourself and ruin your weekend because you have a piece of Kenthal going through your finger or something. So always be careful. And yes, you can shoot people with it when you clip it, and it does hurt. I shot myself with it earlier. Alrighty. Gotta get it the same distance away from the posts on both ends. It should be good. Alrighty. Now they're both in. Make sure they're straight. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and clip your excess off. Again, make sure you don't shoot nobody or shoot yourself. Alright, now one thing tricky about these, okay, may not look pretty now, but you have to make sure they're not touching any of the metal all the way around. So, you want it right over the airflow tube normally. So, I'm just going to go and center it, make sure it's not touching any metal, not the posts, not where the air holes are. Okay, they look about centered to me, but as center as they're going to get. So I have them pretty close and pretty tight there. Okay. Now, to always do the smart thing. Use the handy dandy, where'd it go? Vipster Vapes meter that came with it. Well, the good build box actually. Look at that. Perfect. Point 2, safe to build on a hybrid, ready to rock. It's going to jump up to probably be about a 0.22 actually once I cotton it, wick it, and everything else. Okay, so let's fire her up. Right. Now one thing I did learn that's kind of interesting, maybe some of you have seen it on Facebook, see how it burns really uneven? It's not from the center to the outside. Take your flathead screwdriver, and once you heat it at that one time, you sit there, just scratch the surface at both ends of your coils, like that, and then watch. Like magic, it'll go from the center to the outside, just like you want. Then you just pinch it. Pinch your coils. And you should have perfectly burning coils every single time. Now, so far, I do like building on this mini. A hell of a lot easier on the full size. But I'm going to find out how well it hits. This will be kind of a warm vape. Sometimes also you have to make sure that once you preheat the coils, sometimes you need to tighten them up a little bit more. Preferably if you have other Allen wrenches, use those instead of these. These strip easy. But I don't know what mine are, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the ones that came with it. Already warm. Okay, where's my cotton? Vipster Vapes cotton. I'm going to wick this baby up. It's 100% organic cotton, so now let's see how I want to wick this. And roll her up. Sorry. Sometimes if your cotton wants to be stubborn, doesn't want to go in, you can take your scissors and snip it at an angle. But I'd eventually get it. So I just don't deal with it. Now obviously you're not going to need all that excess cotton. But I'm going to make sure I have both ends. I want them to be about as similar as possible. Make sure every time I take a hit, it's about as accurate. And they both heat up and everything the same. Don't want a dry hit on one side and then it's juicy on the other. Almost done. Okay. Snip off it. About there. Alright, and that's my finished product. You go ahead and take the little ceramic tweezers they gave you and that good build kit, and you just kind of stuff your cotton down there. Now, me personally, it is difficult to get everything in here, but I do not like too much of the cotton sitting above the airflow, but then yet again, I don't want it just to drip through the airflow once I juice this baby up. There we go. A little poofy. Sorry. It's the only bad thing about using any mini deck. You kind of run out of room for wicking. Alright, there we go. She's all nice and ready to go. I'm actually going to go ahead and use my e-cig Vapes Grandma Jean's Hot Cocoa. I'm going to fire this baby up. Anyone looks for a good hot cocoa, that works. One really good juice, which I will be reviewing these next anyway. So if you are interested in e-cig Vapes, they'll be on after this. Now, these will always leak. Sometimes more than others, depends on the wick job. I think it just leaked mine a little bit in there. Alrighty. Give her a little fire. Beautiful. Now make sure you line up both your dual airflows, because you do got that single one back there if you have running a single coil. I over dripped out of one of these. There she is. And there you go. That's what it looks like. Let's see how it hits. A little surprised on that. It's a lot better than the full size. That is yummy. Good airflow. Great flavor out of there. Definitely would recommend their version of the Freak Show Mini over the actual full size. It still does have the leaky issue, so if you don't like any Addies that have a leaky personality, this may not be for you. It doesn't leak nearly as much because of the deep juice wells, so my personal preference is I like this better than the full size due to the deep juice wells. I'm just dripping it through the drip tip real quick. See if I have that issue. A little bit. Yeah. I think I over dripped it anyway. I mean, you're always going to have some drippage with some Addies, but on that note, it is what it is. Now again, this is a 3-post, so I know there are a few people out there that are still digging that 3-post design. Me personally, my preference has so far been 4-post Addies are my #1 favorites to work with. I've yet to get my hands on a 2-post, but just for the sake of this being a freak show and it being a mini, I like it. The color, everything about it looks pretty smooth. I mean, the design on it and everything. Let's get rid of that glare, maybe. It's a little zombie guy. I don't know. I'd give it 7.5, and I mean, I wouldn't even really recommend the full size freak show to anybody, but this one I'd give it a 7.5, just for the simple fact that it is smaller. It doesn't seem to be leaking anywhere near as bad. The flavor is a hell of a lot better. So overall, 7.5. You can get this on vipstervapes.com. Like I said earlier, it is $34.99 plus tax, which I'm not really sure how much that would come to. They are a sponsor on me and my wife's show on Vapers TV, so I actually will find out if you are able to use our discount code if you would like to purchase one. And as of now, I think they only have just the green. Oh. Okay, just looking at the picture, the drip tip does come off, so it comes in 3 different parts. I just haven't been able to get mine off yet. Might be able to come off now since I got some vaping going through it. But like always, their website will be up here, their Facebook, so go ahead and shop around. Give them a like on Facebook if you haven't already. Definitely tell them that I sent you over there. And as well as subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And vape on and vape safe, guys.